anyone on the street, this playful golden doodle is just a happy, healthy dog. But Casey is special. He's a pet advocate, part of the P.A.W.S program with the Child Protection Center in Sarasota. Casey, and other dogs like him, works with sexually abused children who have the difficult task of testifying against their abusers.
The idea behind that is that a child that has to talk about such a difficult subject in a formal courtroom setting, a lot of times in front of the perpetrator, can be one of the most harrowing experiences that a child can have.
Assistant State Attorney Andrea McHugh has prosecuted cases where dogs have been present.
Nerve-wracking for a prosecutor to put a child on the stand at all, and then you introduce the idea of a dog. But ultimately our goal is, twofold. It's to get the truth before the jury and to provide comfort to that child so the child has the strength to do that, and so that the child is not so traumatized by the courtroom experience.
Lawmakers passed the Walk in Their Shoes Act in 2011, allowing registered service or therapy animals to accompany children in the courtroom. But Casey's owner, Carol Lee, says that's not the only place these animals go.
He's been in on depositions, and he's been in the courtroom, and he's been in the witness room, and he's been up and down the halls with kids that, were having such a hard time knowing that they had to go in and testify.
The therapy dogs actually assist through that entire process. So a lot of times that by the time you get to the trial, that dog is considered a friend, and that child is even more comfortable because that dog is a familiar presence to them.
The Child Protection Center began the P.A.W.S program 4 years ago. Since then, it has grown to include 8 pet therapy teams, with 10 dogs working with children across the Suncoast.
Are you ready to go to work? You ready to go to work?
Carol says she always intended Casey to be a service dog, and his friendly demeanor is perfectly suited to the job.
He has a black collar, and he has a very short leash, black leash, and when it's time for him to go to work, we put the collar on and say, "Are you ready to go to work?" And he starts cocking his head, saying, yes, he's ready.
With such positive results with children, is there a chance that these animals could be used to help adult victims as well? Andrea believes it's possible.
Absolutely. I think there is a great movement towards that. I think there's a recognition that people that are the victims of crimes need support and need comfort, and are asked to do something extraordinary when they're asked to come into the courtroom against the person who perpetrated against them. And there seems to be a real recognition of the need for that.
Until then, Casey will continue to stand by the sides of children in our community, offering them companionship, empathy, and emotional support during those hard times.
If you could see a child with a therapy dog in court, you can't even explain it. There's no way to explain the feeling that everybody has, the touching, the looks,